I don't even know what I'm doing.
The laptop.
Wow. Well, everybody, that was a debut intro for me as well. That was awesome. Welcome to a live stream focused on the groundbreaking Weex AI wars happening right now. Our topic today is titled When AI Strategies Face the Real Market. My name is Andy Weex, the Chief Operating Officer here at Weex.com, and I'm joined today by two very special guests, Ritmex, aka Disney, and our friend JR. Let's quickly get to know our friends here before we get into it. Ritmex, why don't you kick this off with a very brief intro of your channel and where people can follow you online?
You can just follow me on ritmex.one. You can find my website. It's my official website, and it also you can find a lot of crypto information on it. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rit.
Yeah.
And you, JR, where can people find you online and what can they find on your channel?
So all of my socials are JR Cryptex. That's JRCRYPTEX. And I do like advisory for projects. I also do a lot of educational stuff like retail. I have a large community. So if you're looking to get into crypto or understanding crypto, I also try and find opportunities as well that I'll post about. Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram or YouTube.
Awesome, gentlemen. Thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedules to join us for a very fun interaction with our audience today. So first of all, for everyone tuned in, we got prizes for you. There's 500 USDT to give away just to the audience. 50 winners can win. All you have to do is watch this YouTube live, visit the Hackathon live trading page, tag your friends, comment with your Weex user ID number on X, and include a screenshot. You could also do that here in the YouTube comments. To increase your chances of winning and to unlock some mystery rewards that we haven't announced, share that screenshot from the live stream in your comment, register with the bit.ly link you find, and make a deposit or trade on the live trading day for the Hackathon. And before we go further, what is the Weex AI Hackathon? If you're tuning in for the first time, this is the world's first cryptocurrency trading competition where participants are using AI to execute their complex trading strategies with real money. Now, why would you join? Well, there's massive rewards from our great sponsors at Amazon and others. We have a $1.88 million prize pool with the champion driving home a Bentley Bentayga S valued at almost $500,000. So how to participate? Just register right now at doorhacks.io for the current bridge round and submit your build. A build may consist of an individual or team. Each build will be assigned a dedicated official competition account. You set up your API, get funded, and deploy. That's all. And you can follow us at Weex_official and at www.weex.com. So with that said, guys, we've got so much to cover. Let's get right into our first topic here from the audience, which is AI versus human market perception. Disney, I'll kick this one to you first. In this explosive market phase, what did your AI catch that human traders normally miss?
Actually, I'm not saying it's always true, okay? But most human traders, they only say short-term trends, okay? And they just do a lot of in-day moves. And at most, they just look at the weekly trends, maybe. But I give my AI all the market data from the past year, and I put the full data in its context. And many human traders just buy when the price pump up and just sell when price drop, okay? But my AI say the whole big picture, and so it stays calm and maybe more rational, and it can stop hidden risk better than average traders. For me,
So your
it's
data,
like this.
your data
Yeah.
set was much larger than somebody watching like a 5-minute chart or simply using the 20-day moving average to make their determinations when determining what their trading strategy will be that week. That's really incredible insight for how an AI can help improve the outcomes that you're experiencing when you're trading on a product like Weex.com. JR, We have a question for you too. Did you experience the same, or do your own instincts disagree with AI at any different point during the competition?
I think AI is good for risk management side of things because it takes emotions out of the equation. I'm excited to see what happens because what I did is I basically gave my strategy to my dev team and they tried to implement that within AI to make like a robot version of me. So I'm quite excited to see how it plays out, if it plays out. And it's going to be great insight, obviously. But I think probably the main thing from my side is occasionally, obviously I've been trading, I've been investing for a while now. So the emotions isn't how it used to be. It's quite good, but you still can think and make certain decisions and sometimes wrong decisions. So I think AI can massively help with that.
Awesome. And for those of you that are getting curious to what you're listening to, you can still register for the bridge round right now. It's totally free at dorahacks.io. This first round is a funded round. You'll receive $1,000 USDT to use to deploy your strategy. And if you qualify for the next round, it's going to be $10,000 USDT. So it's totally free. Sign up anytime. And check it out at dorahacks.io or at Weex.com under events in the AI Wars section. So let's keep going here with some of these great audience questions. The next topic is around decision making and control, two things that are very important, or I would even say integral, to a risk-based approach in your trading strategy. JR, was it difficult to just let go sometimes and allow AI to make these decisions for you?
That's a good question because I'm still trading. I'm still manual trading. I think our bot is starting. The trading bot is starting this week. So I haven't fully let go. I trade because I like trading, and I kind of mainly scout the markets as well because doing like longer term trades in these markets is highly manipulated. So you have a bigger chance of obviously getting stopped out. So that's why I do mainly scalping. But I'm excited to see how the AI plays out. So I'm still going to do manual trading because I just like it. But it will be good to see how the AI plays out as well. See if that could be a long term thing that I can use.
Now, RateMax, same question to you. Were there any moments where you found it a little uncomfortable or maybe difficult to let the AI continue making the decisions on your behalf?
It's not that hard for me to make a decision because I use a lot of automation systems for my own tradings. And also I find out that using AI or like other quant trading tools is very suited for me because when the crypto market maybe sometimes you need to take really quick actions, and if you just manually uh, put order or any other exchanges, and nowadays I use a lot of exchanges. So when something happens, some terrible things happens, I need to use a lot of automation tools to maybe just withdraw from market in one click. And these are things that you can do just with your own hands. You need to use a lot of automation trading tools and the AI involved in those circumstances.
Awesome. And I love that we have kind of like a variety of experience on the panel today. We have people that are mostly fully automated in their trading strategies. We have folks that are in the trenches, really grinding and, day to day, knocking out trades live on stream. And both approaches work. We have equally successful guys joining us today that have two completely different approaches right now to how they're trading with Weex.com, but seeing, similar results. So it's not a one size fits all thing when it comes to cryptocurrency. It's really, what are you comfortable with? What is your risk appetite? And what is your strategy? What is the token that kind of appeals to you in the data that you've been gathering? So, gentlemen, again, I really appreciate you taking the time to come on YouTube and share some of these insights with our audience. That are a lot of different types of traders right now. We have very experienced OGs that have been with me for a decade, since the ICO days. And then we have a lot of new retail people that maybe came in the last cycle on a Pepe coin, on an airdrop, maybe haven't really been in the trenches yet. So your insights are so valued and appreciated today. One more time for everybody that's just joined, to see a lot of new people in the chat here. JR, where can they find you on X?
So I'm not on X. I'm on YouTube and
on
Instagram.
YouTube. Thank you.
JR Cryptex.
JR Cryptex. Make sure you're liking and subscribing on that right now, guys. And then RipMax, where can they find you?
You can just search Readmax and you'll find me. Yeah.
Only one Ritmex in
And
the world, guys.
I propose a lot on X, so you can just
Andy,
search for it.
I was going to say, I was actually looking at the leaderboard, and Ritmex is up 62% in like a week. I think that's
I believe that
that's crazy.
I believe he's in second place right now.
Yeah, I
If
know.
the data is correct, I got the leaderboard behind me here live. I've been watching. Oh, I got the leaderboard here behind me live. I've been watching what's going down as we've been streaming here. And again, guys, anybody can join. Go to dorahacks.io, submit your build. You don't have to be a team, but strengthen numbers, and let's see if you can win that beautiful Bentley. Okay, let's get back to some of these audience questions here. One of the topics was around risk, failure, and weakness. Ritmex, has your AI made a bad call yet or nearly blown up? Were there any near misses?
Yeah, but actually, my first AI trade was very successful on day one. It gives me about 20% profit right away, and so I just didn't check a lot, and I just went to sleep very early. But I didn't notice that my risk control and the alert code was not finished yet. So, and most importantly, I forgot to tell AI about the trading fees. And so my AI kept opening longs and short positions in a very, very tight range. And it created a lot of sleeper page. And in the next day, all profits was gone. And I lost almost $300. And that's almost a half of my whole account. So I stopped my strategy immediately, and I added more roles and the risk controls. So the biggest challenge biggest change is that I added the Weex favorites into the code. So
And that's great
and
insight
then
for
it
everybody.
fixes the problems. Yeah.
That's
And
great insight for everybody currently developing their own strategy right now. Is you got to take into consideration taker and maker fees of any exchange that you're trading on. Now, thankfully, at Weex, those are some of the lowest fees in crypto right now at Weex.com. But you still have to tell your AI that it's going to get billed in that way. And I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ritmex. Please keep going.
That's maybe you can just see my portfolio history on the leaderboard, and that could demonstrate what happened on my account. Yeah, it's
And that's
a
what's so
quote
fun about this event
1-5. Yeah.
is if you go to the live section, you're actually going to see the trades and what people have taken positions on, how they've played out. There's so much data that you can actually view right now about how people are using their AI to execute these complicated risk-based approach trading strategies on Weex.com. So JR, you haven't deployed the strategy yet, but you've been building one for a long time. You've been in the space for quite a number of years. For those who are newer in the audience today, and they're really at step one, they've created their wallet or they've just signed up for an exchange for the first time, where's a great place to just get started as a new crypto user, as a new retail trader?
Weeks, obviously. No, to be honest, I've worked with Weex since October last year, and I've worked for a lot of exchanges. And I'm not just saying this because I work for you guys, but it's very easy to use. It's non-KYC. It takes 2 seconds to set up. And I think the good thing is you've got you put the high risk coins on there, you put the main coins on there, the blue chip, whatever. So say if someone does want to do meme coins, they don't need to go and do it either decentralized, connect phantom, whatever. They can do it on your exchange. So I think Weex is genuinely quite a good place to start, because whether you want to just buy Bitcoin, whether you want to get involved in high risk stuff, you've got everything on there. I think the most important thing is obviously do some research. You have to lose money when you come into crypto. And I know that sounds crazy, but the quicker you lose money, the quicker you're going to start making money, and then you're going to learn what not to do. So I think people that come into crypto and just want to win and do 100x, is the same as winning the lottery. It just doesn't happen. So I think the most important thing is to obviously just educate yourself, start learning, and just take some risks. and lose some money, because ultimately, if you learn lessons from that, you're going to be successful in the long run. But I do think Weex is a great place to start, and that's why all of my YouTube videos I'm pushing Weex, because I think it's good for people to start, very easy to use.
You know, some of my mentors used to put it as having the skin of an elephant. You want to build that tough callus around you. So, like in AI, you were behaving without emotion. You're using just truth and information when you're executing a strategy in a market like crypto. You want to have full control of your self capacity and your nerves at all times. And JR, what was kind of like step one in translating what has been, you know, a manual trading strategy for a development team to make this build? When you found yourself writing out perhaps the different things that go into how you determine a trade that you're going to take, did you find any unique insights into what you do every day, just writing it out?
That's a really good question. I did a Word document. I don't know where the Word document is. I've got loads of stuff. I'll try and find it. But I did a Word document, and I just had to try and explain it in simple terms. And like, I look for this, and when this EMA crosses this, when we have a volume spike or whatever. So I basically had to kind of explain it, and then they've built something. So I don't know what it's going to be like. If it's anything like my strategy, it's going to be good at scalping. But I don't know. It's either going to go really, really well or really bad. And I'm actually really excited to see when they put it on. I think there's still a few tweaks or bits they're doing to it. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope it works, because then I don't need to do anything. I can just sit here all day with a bot doing everything.
Well, you know, some of the best traders I've made, they're like artists in how they craft kind of that next thing they're going to do. So as they, maybe like a comedian, as an example, when he goes and he writes down the punchline of his joke, sometimes he looks at it on paper and he sees ways he can improve it. Did you find that with your own process as you were writing out the trading strategy, that there were little areas of improvement that you could make?
Not really. I don't really know too much how other people trade. With me, it's very simple. I use a number of indicators. I look for volume. I use RSI as well, but I don't really I just have that there. I use smart money concepts. And I just trade in a very, very simple way using indicators. Now, I know a lot of traders say they don't use indicators and they just know what the charts look like, blah, blah, blah. They don't make money. Like, what I do works for me and makes me money. So I just literally go back to basics. If the 50 crosses the 200 EMA, we're in an uptrend. If it's basically backed up with the order blocks, the green order blocks, and then we basically come in a 1 hour, literally 9.5 times out of 10, we're going up. So I basically open a position just underneath the order block with a stop loss there. It never ever hits the stop loss usually. And then you manage risk and stuff. So, I mean, I just trade in a very basic way, but it just works for me. The only time I lose money is when I'm in a gambling mood and I just feel like forcing and opening a trade. If I actually wait for it to come to my entry, I do really, really well. But yeah, I do gamble occasionally. I'm a bit of a kind of addict on that side of things. But I mean, when I'm fully focused on trading and whatever, I do quite well. But I just do it very basic. I don't even complicate it at all.
Smart money eventually becomes dumb money because you just don't know what to do with it when you make it. So thank you so much, JR. That was really transparent, and I'm sure the audience appreciates your candor, because there are, again, not a lot of experts in the industry. The industry is very young. Crypto, if we were just going by its age, isn't even a teenager yet, in a lot of circles in the way we use it today compared to when it launched. So I appreciate you guys coming on. Now, Ritmex, how often do you find you override your AI, or do you override your AI? And if you do, what kind of signals are triggering your human intervention?
Actually, I think this week's contest is also a very good test for me. And I always want to say that what AI can do when it just run completely by itself. So I do not interfere with AI's normal entries. I only step in manually if the risk reward ratio is very bad, or if AI keeps opening and closing positions too many times. Yeah.
Now, for people that are currently creating their build, that are just signing up now at dorahacks.io and are following at Weex_official, what is one of the ways that you adjust your AI once it's already configured and deployed on Weex.com? What are some of the things that you do physically? Ritmex, when you're making some of those adjustments to the risk reward ratio, how do you do that?
I would manually adjust the prompt on my AI agent, and I'll check the AI logs it generated, and also maybe I'll just change the parameters of my. I use a lot of indicators, and they all calculated in real time, and I would adjust some parameters. I use a lot of time frames, different indicators. For example, 15 minutes and 1 hour and 4 hour. And if the AI print out a lot of bad decisions, I'll just adjust them. Yeah.
Awesome. And I think this is kind of acting as the initial workshop for this event. As people are tuning in, they're hearing about how you guys kind of set this thing up to run. And now that it's running, what are some of the things you might have to do or adjust in real time to ensure that you remain competitive amongst this field that keeps getting bigger? People are signing up as we're chatting live. And we're still giving away stuff. Let's not forget all the crazy prizes we have for everybody in the audience right now. If you're not already, make sure you're watching this on YouTube. Visit that Hackathon live trading page we keep sharing in the background. Tag your friends, comment with your Weex user ID number, where there's got to be somewhere for us to send this airdrop, and include a screenshot that you were there live and you made a comment on this stream today. And of course, in Ritmex's audience and JR's audience, on their channels and their video descriptions, on their posts, I'm sure you can find an affiliate code signing up for Weex, where there's a lot of great additional prizes and rewards to be had if you're not already currently a user of Weex.com. And to increase your chances of winning today, don't forget to share that screenshot in your comment, register with the registration links provided, and make a deposit or trade on the live day. And if you're joining just halfway through, you're wondering, what are we talking about? We're talking about the world's first cryptocurrency trading competition, Weex AI Alpha Wars Awaken, where participants are using AI to execute complex trading strategies with real money. And I see in the comments here some people skeptical about using AI. Can AI really trade? There's so many problems that could happen. Well, guys, it's free. So test that theory. Why don't you prove that that's actually the case? Sign up now at dorahacks.io. There's a $1.88 million prize pool, and the champion's going to drive home a Bentley Bentayga S valued at $500,000. It couldn't be easier to participate. Just register now. So getting back to it, let's talk about risk, failure, weakness a little bit more. JR, from your experience, where do you think most traders fail when they enter the arena for the first time? What is the biggest mistake that most traders are making today?
That's a really good question, and fairly easy to answer as well, because a lot of people do it, including myself sometimes. I think emotions is a very hard part of it, because like most of the time my thesis is right, and other traders as well. Like most of the time your thesis might be right and it starts going in that direction, but you then close early because you're in profit. And other times you're thinking it's going to go up, and then it might go down slightly and whatever. And instead of kind of closing early or kind of cutting your losses, you just wait. You think it's going to go up, and you just kind of burn your account or lose money or whatever. So I think a lot of it is motions, and just learning to let the good trades run and let the bad trades, and just really manage your risk to just close out early. Like not early, but I mean close out if it's breaking your structure, not just waiting for it, hoping for it's.
Got it.
I think that's a
now,
massive.
Ritmex, when you're talking to your audience, especially the newer members of that audience, what is your piece of advice that you find you give all the time to the traders out there?
For me, is to I suggest that do not start with large positions, and maybe you can just try some tests in first 3 to 5 days, and you can find maybe you'll find out there are hidden bugs or some any other disadvantages of your strategies or your algorithm, or maybe any other network errors, you should avoid all of them. Yeah. And then you can start to put on some real money. Yeah.
Awesome. And for me, myself, just reflecting on my own personal journey when I started trading crypto, I never traded with more than 10% of my portfolio, anything in my wallet. I gave myself 90% of margin to ride out bad decisions for as long as I needed to. Because, like JR pointed out, sometimes the market it corrects, and we have 1 second charts in crypto for a reason. Things could change in a second. It's one of the only industries where in a second, everything changes. And that's kind of what I love about crypto is the agility of this space and all the innovation. On the topic of innovation, let's look at some of the takeaways now from participating in an event like this. Ritmex, is this the first hackathon that you've ever been in?
Actually, I attended a lot of hackathons, for example, like Ethereum and Solana, and I attended a lot of competitions.
Now,
Yeah.
how did your experience with the Weex AI hackathon compare with some of the others? What are some of the things that you liked about the way we did this one?
Weex AI hackathon is very funny because it requires every team to upload their AI trading logs. I think this is a very great idea because I have seen a lot of AI trading contests before, and I think they are not very serious. So AI trading contests can be very has already been very popular for a while, but their most strategies just like black box, you cannot see inside. And here we can check, and you can also check my trading logs and my history orders, and you'll find out that you can just study from what exactly happened. I think it's a real learning opportunity. Yeah.
And I can't stress this enough, guys. It's free. DoraHacks.io. Register for the bridge round right now. Submit your build, get an official competition account, get funded, and then deploy your strategy. It's that simple. You could drive home a Bentley, just a couple of clicks. Set it and forget it, like they used to say about the slow cookers. This is slow cooking, high profits on Weex.com, the world's fastest growing cryptocurrency exchange of the last 12 months, awarded most affiliate friendly cryptocurrency trading platform of 2025. But the lovely people at Toby and Brent and IBC Group, thank you so much to our partners and sponsors out there, as well as folks like JR Ritmex, who took a lot of time out of their day to sit down with this audience and teach you guys a bit about how they built their strategies, how they approach cryptocurrency trading, and this amazing event that we're running right now. Register now at dorahacks.io. Also, for everybody participating in this fun giveaway, make sure that you have screenshotted and shared your Weex user ID in your Twitter comment and tagged us so we know that you did that. And follow the guests today. Make sure you're following everybody. Let's be what crypto's supposed to be, which is a community. Get to know one another and grow. These channels can provide you a lot of insight, technical analysis, and education that could potentially improve your own risk-based approach in trading cryptocurrency products like these. Okay, awesome. We got a couple of more audience questions here. What is one non-obvious lesson that people need to learn about AI trading? And I think Ritmex, you're probably best suited to answer that. What is one thing that you learned that was just not obvious in the beginning?
Let's just make this Wix competition as an example. Wix just provided its API and it's very new. So before this contest, we just have a very limited time to testing before the real contest happened. So many people are not very familiar with it. And myself also made a lot of mistakes in the first time. And actually during these days, I made a Python package. It's called Wix/SDK, and you can just find it online. And if you use Python, it can save you some time. You can just find it. It's fully open source. Yeah, and that's a little help that I can offer. Yeah. Thank you.
And JR, for you, using Weeks, because we really appreciate your support and we thank your audience so much for signing up and giving it a try. What is it about that product that helps you realize the complex strategies and the way you approach trading?
Not regarding AI, you just mean the exchange in general.
Yeah, because you trade on Weeks pretty often. So, what is it about Weeks? And if you did have an API for it, would that maybe change how you use the product? What might improve?
I use Weex a lot. Now, I think ultimately every exchange kind of does the same thing. They're all slightly different, all right? But what makes it different is the interface. The interface on Weex is very easy to use. You want something quick that you can just do, right? So that's the main thing. Also, the support. Like, just as an example, I was using Coinbase years ago, and I got locked out of my account. Can't remember how much I had in there. Got locked out of my account. Couldn't get in for 6 months. The support didn't get back. No one got back. There are a number of people with the same problems. So that's probably one of the most important but basic things in crypto. Is if you've got a problem, just have like a support line or help the customer or whatever, because then they're going to remember it and they're going to stay with you. And for that reason, I will never use Coinbase, just because I don't feel safe having my money on there, even though they're one of the biggest exchanges. So I think it's just like basic things like having the good support. If there's a problem, I can message one of the team. Being able to like open a trades like very, very easily, having a good interface. And not messy. Like Binance, obviously one of the biggest exchanges. There's so much on there, especially for retail. Like you go on there, what do you click? You've got like 100 different things. They're doing like everything. So I think, especially for new people coming into space, Weex is very beginner friendly, very easy to use. But even if you understand and know about crypto, it's just quick. It's just easy. So yeah, they're the main things really. Like interface, easy to use. Support is very, very good. Yeah, that's kind of, I like yellow and black. Looks like Bumblebee.
Thank you, JR. Weeks you won't get stung. We have instant settlement on almost 800 of the 1,500 pairs we have trading right now on Weeks.com. We have spot and futures markets with up to 400 times leverage. So you can take very big positions on some of those amazing altcoin assets that you know and love. Now we've gotten to the real fun part. Everybody in the audience has been so generously commenting and providing questions in the comments here. I'm going to select a couple of random ones and we're going to get some answers live here. So we have not seen these in advance. If you can't answer them, it's totally fine. Just say pass and I'll go to the next one. But I found a couple of good ones. So the first one here is from @Belgrade-C3K. And his question here for Ritmex is, when an AI strategy performs well in backtests, but then fails in execution in the live market, how do you determine whether the issue was data bias, execution latency, or regime change?
For me, I just tend to use more maybe midterm or long-term trades. If you focus on short-term trades, AI maybe will not perform better than human, and because short-term trades always tends to turn out to be gamblings, and rather than tradings. So, and on the other hand, backtest actually lots of backtests they are not reliable, because you can just backtest your strategy or algorithm based on the historical candlesticks, and they are fixed. But in the real market, and in just one candle, it could go both up and down, and you'll find out after the candle close, your position just gone, but the price didn't change. This just happens a lot. Yeah.
100%.
Now, Jared, I've got a question here that would be good for you. So if you find that the AI and you disagree, what specific signals or risk factors would you say would justify overriding the AI in the future or making an adjustment?
I think you need to do it over like 100 trades, just as an example, depending the size of the positions, because it might be wrong. Like for instance, every trader will go through winning streaks and losing streaks. So I'm not going to judge it too quick, because it might have X amount of losing trades and then X amount of winning, and the risk to rewards might be really good. So it can lose like 4 trades, then it wins 1, and then it's made it all back. So I think it's very difficult to judge in the beginning, because even when I'm scalping, my risk to reward isn't always that great, but I'm literally in and out of the market, and I'll never trade in like US hours or London hours. I'll trade like kind of in the afternoon when the market's fairly dead, and it's been a bit hard recently, so that's why I've taken like 2 weeks off trading. But yeah, I think it's just having time to see how it plays out, because I can't really decide if I disagree or agree with it until I just give it like a certain amount of time and 100 trades. I'll be able to tell. Hopefully it doesn't liquidate the account before then. Maybe 10 trades. Yeah.
We were thoughtful of this in the design of this event. So there is a testing period. Everybody that's signing up now at dorahacks.io to get an official funded competition account. You will get a chance to play around a little bit before you take that real money live and potentially blow up that account. So imagine if you, with the precision that's required for something like a surgery, could practice a surgery 100,000 times before you actually took a patient into the operating room. Wouldn't you feel a lot more comfortable? And that's what you can do right now at dorahacks.io is register for free, get an official Weex competition account, get funded, play around a little bit, and then go live with $1,000 USDT to see if you'll make it to the next round. Also, what a lot of people are not aware of is this global events map that we see here on the screen. There are going to be global workshops starting with the launch party in beautiful Dubai. Vision Tower Business Bay is the Weex launch party for the AI Alpha Wars Hackathon. Come check us out on January 30th. You can register for the Luma link. Just ask your local friendly Weex affiliate for access. This is an exclusive event. It's going to be limited access to those that are in the networks of all of our great partners and sponsors. So make sure you come check out that first one, and then we'll find you in the United Kingdom, and then in France, in Paris. So around the world we go. I hope to see more of you also in places this year like the Netherlands, Germany, and Hong Kong, and Singapore, all over the world, as Weex is on its global tour. So again, if you haven't done it yet, register at dorahacks.io to participate in this $1.8 million prize pool, potentially drive home a Bentley. It's free. Get your official competition account. And that last question, gosh, I almost forgot to mention the guy's name so he can get his reward. The last question was from @UDofficial3492. These have been some really great audience questions here. I'm going to grab one or two more, and then we're going to wrap for today. So if you haven't done so already, guys, go ahead and make sure that you've left a comment here. So we got something exciting to talk about before the close of this event. It gets some of those rewards. We got $500 USDT and some secret prizes to give away that we haven't even announced. Make sure you're sharing it. Okay, so the next question here is coming from @Atola G Bafemi 7440. So let's send this one over to Ritmex. Ritmex, how do Weex traders balance AI-generated signals with their own market tuition? Now, you kind of answered this in part earlier, but how did you actually train this AI to act like you?
Actually, I'm just you can just write your own trading experience into a document, and maybe in Markdown format. And these days, we use Markdown a lot for AI large models. And you can just put those documents into your trading bot. And technically, and you can just use libraries like Longchain. Maybe you have ever heard about it. And you can just set up your own prompt. And also, you can just use the traditional technique indicators to generate some standard like signals. We call it signals. And then you just send those signals to the large language models. And then you can just hand over, just let AI decide whether you should entry order or just observing the market.
Awesome. And guys, if you don't know what he's talking about, this is such a subject that everybody needs to get educated on. There's a lot of information available today, not only just at dorahacks.io, but also on Weex.com under the official event section for the AI Wars. You'll see it right on the homepage in the top right hand of your screen. Just click on that if you're on the web. And then on the mobile app, there's a bunch of different places where we've got it highlighted at banners and buttons and push notifications. Again, it's free to join. If you have a Weex account and you haven't joined, why not? Who doesn't love free money, especially if you might drive home a Bentley? What a crazy risk reward situation that is for some lucky person out there today. I really hope that you get involved and you enjoy this. I got one last question here for JR. It's coming from Stony Bro IKS on YouTube. And this is just a great question in general. JR, what market conditions break your strategy? What has to happen in the world? Is it, like a Trump declaration or a tariff or something like this? What derails the way that you currently approach trading?
To be honest, I'm more like technical analysis, not really. Obviously, I understand fundamental analysis a bit, but I'm more kind of technical and I just do scalping. I agree with Ritmex in regards to it's kind of borderline gambling. However, I try and do it in the deadest time of the day between like 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. Dubai time, which is like before US Open and after London Open. So, I mean, the market's typically very low volume, so it's a lot easier. I mean, scalping in like US Open and stuff and in the evening is suicide, basically. It's going up and down, like left and right. It's all over the place. So, I mean, chance of getting liquidated is crazy, especially on scalping. But yeah, in terms of when it's very volatile, if Trump goes and announces he's taken over Greenland, it's not great for the market, or Venezuela or any of that stuff. That was actually good for the market, to be honest, if you're in longs. But I mean, yeah, any kind of like high impact news, especially for scalping. If you're doing like swing trade and you're in long term trade, as long as your margin is enough and stuff, then it's fine. But I mainly scalp, so. Yeah, any like high impact news or anything.
Thank you so much. And gentlemen, that brings us near the end of this AMA. What an awesome 45 minutes we spent together here talking about the event, your trading strategies, some of the risk reward approaches that you have, as well as how to be agile in this space. Because, one of the most important things in crypto is the ability to be nimble. In addition to a risk-based approach, good risk control, you want to be quick because the market can change in a second and never return to where it was. So don't miss it. It can be very temperature based. So now let's give away one last prize here. This was not announced at the beginning. It's a special prize of a Weex merchandise giveaway gift bag. All you have to do is follow me at Weex_Andy. Comment here, tag me that you followed me, and share a screenshot that you followed me. And we're going to pick one lucky person who's going to win one of these beautiful mugs I've been sipping out of. He's going to win some of these lovely prizes behind me. There's a microphone that we're giving away, some other swag, a pinky ring, all sorts of cool little things, deck of playing cards, sunglasses, and more. If you like all the stuff you see me wearing and you want to dress up your own space with it, that's all you got to do. You got to follow at Weex_Andy right now. Post that screenshot. Also, make sure that you're following at JR Cryptex and our friend at Ritmex, JR on YouTube, Ritmex on anywhere that you can find Ritmex on social media. He has an amazing Weex SDK right now for the AI that we just paired with our API. Guys, this is also groundbreaking. This is something that a lot of people were not able to do in the beginning of Weex. There was never an API that you could trade with. So if you've already found that this product helps you execute your strategy to its fullest potential, perhaps there's more that's possible. So sign up now, Weex.com, DoraHacks.io, at Weex_official, at Weex_Andy, JR Cryptex, Ritmex. That's it for now. JR, any parting words for the audience before we say goodbye?
Yeah, I wanted to say as well, just some alpha, because I like giving people alpha. I'm super bullish, and I'm not just saying that on the Weex token. I put quite a bit of money into the Weex token. I think it's going to do really well, especially if you look at how the other exchange tokens have performed, the current market cap. I think it's going to go exceptionally well. You've got a number of buybacks, which I think were last year and this year and other bits scheduled. But I mean, if you view it kind of risk to reward, it can be kind of the next BGB BitGets token where it went crazy. If you look at all the exchange tokens, they typically do that. So I'm actually very bullish on that. Genuinely, I'm buying that up. So yeah.
So what does the WXT token do for people? Look, you get a discount on your taker fees first and foremost. When you have the WXT token, if you commit it to any of these we launch projects, like being on, a pre-TGE, you're going to get airdrops from things that haven't gone live yet. So if they do moon, after they go live. You get a whole bunch of free stuff there. The APY on that, in some cases, has been 84% for some users who have a bunch of WXT. And also the game aspect of Weex is not even live yet. Once you can stake your WXT, oh my gosh, this is going to be game changing. So today, just as it is, this is something that trades for around 3 cents. It was issued at 0.007, so it's already up 400% all time. I think that there's a lot of great opportunities still in store for that utility, as well as a lot of extra bonuses and exciting things that we've planned for this year at some of these workshops, like the Weex AI Alpha Wars Hackathon, the grand opening in Dubai, the live workshop in UK and Paris. Can't wait to see you there. Ritmex, your turn. Any parting thoughts for the audience before we wrap up today?
Actually, for people who would like to join this week's AI competition, and my AI bot is actually an open source project, and it's already open sourced on GitHub. You can just search for AI trading team, and you can find my bot, and you can use it as a sample, and you can run your own version of AI if you would like to test or join. That's all.
Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing everybody live on January 30th at Vision Tower. That's it for now. Weex, AI Alpha Wars Hackathon, dorahacks.io, weex.com, where new wealth is made. Thank you, everybody, and bye for now.
Thank you.